Welcome everyone. I am Kimberly King from Consulting Services by King and Associates Limited. And today I have the very accomplished Miss Carla Williams Johnson with with me. I have the pleasure of having this all-star company.
Oh,
Laughing. But it's true. Carla, I'm seeing what you're doing. I'm reading your stuff. And I think in the Caribbean sometimes we sort of downplay ourselves, but we are such magic. And it's really a pleasure really having you finally be able to do this collaboration for Global Entrepreneurship Week, a market that we serve well. So let me tell you a little bit about Carla. Carla Williams Johnson is a media marketing specialist based in Trinidad and Tobago, yay. She founded Kali Communications, which offers advertising and marketing advice to entrepreneurs and business owners who are interested in building a business in the real world. I love that. She considers herself an advocate for businessmen and women who are desirous of promoting themselves by offering sound, unbiased advice, focusing mainly on methods to identify ideal clients, which is important, online and offline approaches to boosting visibility and creation of practical marketing campaigns designed to increase revenue, most importantly. She's asked to share her knowledge with numerous publications, including the very prestigious Forbes, Huffington Post, BuzzFeed, Home Business Magazine, and Thrive Global, to name a few. She has been named one of the marketers to follow for 2020. Sizzle behind that, as well as recently awarded Best Promotions Company, which is awesome, Carla, West Indies, in this year's Media Innovator Awards as compiled by Corporate Vision magazine out of the UK. So Carla, as I said, I am very esteemed to be in your company. And this is great stuff, great stuff. So welcome and thank you.
thank you for having me. It's always weird to hear someone read out your accomplishments because, as you mentioned before, like we forget, like, oh, we tend not to think out too much about it. And then you hear someone just rattle it off and it's like, oh, wow, yeah, I did all of that. That's cool. So thank you so much for having me. I'm to be here.
Great, awesome. So, Carla, that is just really going to segue into talking about all about entrepreneurship ecosystems in Trinidad and Tobago, and how has your business, how have you, as being the face and the name behind the business, really contributed to entrepreneurship development here in Trinidad and Tobago?
Well, definitely my main goal is to educate, inspire, and motivate as many business owners and entrepreneurs as possible. Because what I have found is that there are a lot of business owners out here, they know what they know, they're very talented, they're full of ideas. But when it comes to putting those ideas outside of themselves, when it comes to putting those out there, those ideas out to the public, so people will know who they are, therein lies a bit of a problem because there are so many ways, right? There's social media, there's PR and publicity, there's direct marketing, there's so many different avenues, so many different ways to show up. My goal is to not just show people how to advertise and put themselves out there, but really show them what are the best ways for them specifically, because marketing is not a one size fits all, right? So we need to know what is specific to your business, your industry, your goals, your target. We need to know all of that, and then I can help you figure out, okay, this is your roadmap to success.
So you have really helped entrepreneurs in getting clear on what works best for them, which is important. You've said so much, because I think even in starting off, you hear a lot of entrepreneurs say, okay, social media is hot. Should I be there? Should I be on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, everything? Should I stretch myself completely thin? And as you rightfully said, is really what works for whom you're trying to cater to, as well as, what goal you're really trying to achieve. So that's a great tip in starting off. So how has it been with coexisting with this pandemic for your business as well as for the entrepreneurs that you help? How has that been?
Well, I'm not gonna lie, like I call them the dark days. Like when COVID first hit, You know, we were all going through our 5 stages of denial. No, 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 this is not going to happen to me. I'll be okay. You know, we went through all our phases, and then boom, you know, we were struck with level uncertainty, didn't know what was happening. We had to quarantine. And I'm not gonna lie, it was a scary time because we didn't know. We just didn't know what to expect. And most, if not all of my clients, you know, they cut with their advertising because in as much as they know that they needed to promote themselves, they just couldn't afford to put that money out with overheads and staff and all of these different things. So a lot of them cut their budgets in half. But what I was able to do is, you know, kind of restructure their advertising and their promotion so that it made more sense to them during the pandemic, you know, increase their visibility during the pandemic and change their strategies. So one thing I did for many of my clients was to just change their entire content on social media to be more emotional, to be more empathetic to their customers, because we don't want to be spoken to. We don't want to know what you have for sale. We want to know that you understand what we're going through because you're going through the same thing as well. So I changed all my content, even for myself. And another thing I did was I encouraged everyone to increase their visibility through PR and publicity. And as well, I did that for myself as well, because I said, you know, we may not be in control of a lot of things, but we are in control of our visibility and who sees us and hears us. And it's the people that see and hear us are the people that are going to remember us when this is all over. So I was on TV. I was on TV6 maybe 3 times. I was in the newspaper. I was all over. One of my clients said, "Oh my God, Carla, you're like salt. You're in everything." But it worked because once, you know, the restrictions started to, you know, subside a little bit and loosen a little bit and businesses started to reopen, they remembered Carly Communications. Carly Communications was there and they called me. I booked a few clients, and even for my clients as well, I can tell you specifically, I have a good friend. She has a spa and she had to close because she was dealing one-on-one with customers. And I said, honey, let's work on your PR campaign. Let's get you visible. We have to get you out there. And as soon as the businesses started to open, she was booked solid. I have not spoken to her in like 2 months because she's booked solid. And that is the power of putting yourself out there regardless of what might be happening in the world.
Yeah, and that's so good. And as you rightfully said, it's really a means of redoing that strategy. What, you know, I saw that for my own self because I still maintained my 9 to 5, but in terms of grooming my business, I saw the need to obviously give more effort into the business. And instead of trying to connect in person, it meant getting very comfortable with a camera, something which I don't particularly love, but, you know, as you said, it really is about, you know, re-strategizing and letting people know that you're there for your business. So all good stuff, very much awesome. So, you know, you've already said it, but just to reiterate that as well, why is publicity even important to entrepreneur? Because a lot of probably, let's say in the new stages or even growth stage as an entrepreneur, why should I even be worried or be even interested in really publicity?
Well, the thing is, I always say publicity is one of the ways to get you in front of your competition, in front of your customers, and ahead of your competition. Because even if you were to pump some advertising dollars behind your campaigns, behind your business, it loses that authenticity because you are paying for, you know, for showing up. You are paying for these spots. But once you have a company, a reputable media house that says, you know, this person, you need to listen to them. This person, they really know what they're saying, that they can really help you. It really does put you in a different light. It's almost as if you see a friend or a family member in the newspaper or on TV, you know, that feeling you get, like, oh my God, you know. That's how people will feel about you when they see you on TV or they see you in a newspaper or they see you on a magazine, because they'll be like, oh my God, she's made it. he's doing it, right? And he's sharing his knowledge and experience. And if the media can take the time out to interview them, then I need to take the time out to listen to what they have to say. And it's just a very different feeling. It's just a very different emotion. And I want to put forward that even as you grow your business, you may think, well, you haven't done enough, or say, they're not that important. And I'm here to say, there are people out there that need to hear what you have to say. They have to hear what you have to say, and you are important to them. You're a valuable human being, and what you have to say has value to them. And using the media, even in your introductory stages, is really a good way to establish yourself and give your brand that credibility that it needs. So even if you're just starting out, media really can be your best friend.
Awesome. And as you said, it's all about that credibility. That factor when you see someone, let's say in a newspaper or in your case on television as well, and you be like, wow, okay, yes, doing great stuff. I must be able to take a second listen and see what this person has to offer. So awesome. So it's all about Global Entrepreneurship Week, and the theme this year for GEW is ecosystems. There are different facets to that theme: ecosystems, inclusion, policy, education. Which one of those do you really identify with, and what can you say to that?
Um, that is a very good question. I am always for education, right? I'm always about giving people the tools that they need to do what they need to do effectively. I always say that, once you give people what it is that they need, that is specifically for them, and they can see growth and they can see success and they can see that, what they're doing, they're not just running on a treadmill, right? They're actually making progress. Then you're doing your job. You're doing your job as a consultant, as a coach, as a business owner. Helping people is really what it's about. So the more you can educate and empower people, is the better it is for your business.
Absolutely. Totally agree with you. Carla, it's been so great speaking with you. Short and sweet, but I love it. Please tell persons how they can connect with you via your website, your different social media handles as well.
Sure. Well, if you need me, I offer free consultations, especially now during this pandemic. And you can check me out on www.carlymedia.com. That's my website. And there is a button that says chat for free. You can just click it and book your appointment. Or you can give me a shout out on Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn at Carly Communications.
Awesome stuff. And everyone, I am Kimberly King, and I am from Consulting Services by King and Associates Limited. I almost forgot, but the name is so long. But anyways, it was great having you, Carla. And as I said, we are definitely celebrating Global Entrepreneurship Week. And you can also check out Carla or myself. I am www.kingandassociatestt.com. And Carla, thank you. We'll talk soon again.
Thank you.
Take care.